Hello, this is the second video about basic aspects of rhythm and notation. If you haven't watched the first one called Basic Rhythm, Notation, Staff and Beats, I suggest you watch it first. I'll leave the link in the description. This time we will continue with more notation symbols such as beams, dotted notes, dotted note tempo, ties, rests, tuplets, and irregular pulse time signatures. In addition to the stem and flag symbols indicating duration that we mentioned in the previous video, when eighth or shorter notes are grouped next to each other along the span of the tempo unit, rather than flags for each separate note, they are usually tied together using a beam as a visual aid for performers to identify the time when notes are to be played within the bar. Also, the duration of the notes may be different than the exact value of any of the basic note head, stem, and flag symbols. They may have a duration that is halfway between a whole and a half note or a quarter and an eighth note. In those cases, a dot may be added to the right side of the symbol, indicating that the note is half times longer. Furthermore, any note may be tied to another with a curved line to increase the duration of the first one by any length. The tie is usually curved in an opposite direction of the stem. Also, every note symbol has a corresponding rest symbol that represents specific silence lapses. Let's listen to them. Rests may also have a dot added to the right side of them to extend the duration. And if the notation is done using a computer, the notation software usually fills out the space without note symbols with rests. Additionally, this type of software automatically reproduces the bar lines that go with the time signature chosen by the user. A dotted note symbol may be used as the unit in the tempo marking, in which case the normal division of each pulse is 3 rather than 2. The time signature may be 6/8, and in that case the tempo unit is usually a dotted quarter, and the metronome will mark 2 clicks per bar. If the time signature is 9 or 12/8, the tempo unit is usually a dotted quarter as well, but the metronome marks 3 clicks per bar in the 9/8 and 4 in the 12/8 bar. Let's look at some examples of 6, 9, and 12/8 time signatures, with each pulse divided by 3/8 notes. In 6/8, if we combine quarter, dotted quarter, eighth, and dotted half notes, then we may introduce 16th notes. Now let's use dotted 8th and 16th note rests at a slower tempo. In 9/8, in 12/8, a music piece may also have a number of notes in each pulse that is different from normal for a short period of time, in which case there is a device called tuplet that is notated by a number with or without a bracket on top of the group of notes or rests affected by it. Typically, if the tempo unit is a quarter note, as it's usually the case when the time signature is 4 quarters, 3 quarters, or 2 quarters, the tuplet is called triplet, and it squishes 3/8 where there are normally 2/8. On the other hand, if the tempo unit is a dotted quarter, as it's usually the case in 6/8, 9/8, and 12/8 time signatures, then the tuplet is called duplet, and it accommodates 2/8 where there are normally 3/8. Now, if the tempo unit is a quarter note, besides 3/8, tuplets may be 5/16, 6/16, 7/16, or 9/32, but they would not need to be 4/16 or 8/32, because those are normal subdivisions of the quarter tempo unit. When tuplets are used in a piece, the duration of each pulse doesn't change, but the listener may perceive it as slowing down or accelerating. So far, the bar examples shown in this video and the previous one have a regular subdivision of the tempo unit. But if a 2/8 is alternated with a 3/8 subdivision within the same bar while the duration of each eighth remains the same, then the bar will have an irregular pulse and its time signature may be 5/8, 7/8, or 11/8, among others. Let's look at some examples that have irregular pulse. Another aspect that is notated in the music system is sound volume. This is achieved by using the initial letters of the Italian words piano and forte, that mean quiet and loud respectively. So the letters P and F are placed under the notes to be affected by them. Additionally, the letter M, that is initial for mezzo and means medium, is used before the letter P to indicate less quiet, or before the letter F to indicate less loud. Also, 2 or more consecutive Ps are used to indicate gradual steps of a more quiet volume, and 2 or more consecutive Fs are used to indicate gradual steps of a louder volume. These symbols are called dynamics, and they can be organized in a gradual sequence of steps going from extreme quiet to extreme loud to illustrate the volume options available in the notation system. Let's listen to it. To indicate a gradual increase or decrease in volume, the words crescendo and diminuendo or hairpin symbols are used before or after the dynamic letter markings. Let's look and listen to one example. Additionally, the accent symbol is used to increase the volume of single notes, and it's one of several symbols called articulations that indicate different features to be produced by individual notes. A dot over or under a single note is called staccato. This Italian word means to feature, and this is an articulation that indicates an increase in the attack and decrease in the sustain of the note affected by it. A short line over or under the note head is called tenuto. That translates as hold, and the symbol indicates to hold the note and then leave a short rest just before the beginning of the next one. Let's look at an example for cello that uses dynamics and articulations. Thanks for watching.